Hello, and we are back again. Hi, Jesse.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing well. We both just said we're Mondaying, but other than that,
Yeah,
doing good.
yeah.
So we're recording on Monday. We'll be posting this tomorrow. Under the wire because we are practicing self-care, and Jesse needed some rest.
Yes.
Because I mean, she's still being a complete badass and is recording while she is sick, but I think that's an important lesson in self-care, Jesse, and asking if
Yes.
we could postpone our recording. Sorry that now I'm just telling everybody that you were sick.
No, you're good. You're good.
So today this is episode 30. I think I kind of lost track of the numbers and was too lazy to go back and check. So I just said 30.
That's fine. That works for me.
Okay. And today we wanted to check in about some holiday self-care and just chat about what we're doing for the holidays. For me, celebrating Christmas, that's just less than 2 weeks away now. I haven't wrapped anything yet.
I rap as I go. I can't. I'll be so overwhelmed and stressed out. As they come in, I rap. Well, actually, my wife raps because my rapping looks like cats did it. It's awful. So my wife has wrapped every present that's come in. I'm like, oh, we got three today. Time to wrap.
I wrap ours, but it looks like my 4-year-old little nephew did them. So, but he might be able to do a better job. Shout out to Knox. So we actually first want to start out with just reminding everybody when it comes to the holidays, when it comes to self-care, that one, stress can come at any time. Even if the holidays are usually a happier time for you, happiness can still bring its own stress, like wrapping the presents, financial stress with getting presents or getting food or making sure you've got warm enough clothes or if you're traveling. So even for happy things, that there can be stress along with that, and don't discount that for yourself. And then that, of course, as we've touched on in past episodes, the holidays can be a really rough time for many people, especially those who might be struggling with their own mental health right now, especially those who are grieving, who are bereaved, or those just grief memories really hit hard over the holidays. And we just want to remind everybody, first and foremost, that 988 is going to be available 24 hours a day, including Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. 988 does not shut down. Um, so quick reminder, our agency Via Link, we are very proud to be answerers of 988 here in Louisiana, and that is there for whatever you're going through. 988 national line for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, but that is a local service. You are geo-routed to your local 988 center. That is people who care about you. They want to hear from you. And you can call about whatever you're going through. That can include thoughts of suicide or suicide risk to any degree. That can include if you're worried about a friend or if you're worried about a family member, you can call with someone that you care about if they're maybe nervous to call themselves. And it does not have to be thoughts of suicide that you want to talk about. We're there to talk about anything, literally anything that you're going through. If you need to release the pressure valve, you need to get the gunk out, you're stressed out, or you're grieving, or you're anxious, or you're angry, or whatever that might be. You get in a fight with a coworker, you're stuck in traffic and you feel like you're going to explode. No matter what, call 988. And you do not have to wait until you're in crisis. We're there if you're in crisis, 1000%. Never hesitate if
Right.
you're in crisis. But you don't have to wait until that crisis point. Anytime you've got something bouncing around in your head or making your chest heavy and you don't know who to talk to about it, call 988. There's no wrong reason to call us.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed. We are here 24/7 for you.
Yeah. And a reminder that not only is it 24/7, it is free to use and it is confidential. We are not sending your information anywhere else, not to your employers, your insurance, anything like that. What you say to us stays with us. So please remember 988, remember to share it with others. The holidays are a tough time. So please reach out and know that there's always someone there that cares about you.
Yes. Well said.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, so yeah, we'll just continue on with talking about our own selves, I guess. I don't know. Clearly we are well prepared for this episode.
Look, we're
What are you
doing
going to be
good.
up to for the holidays, Jesse? Are you traveling?
I am. So this weekend we are celebrating my wife and her family's Christmas. So we'll leave Friday, and then come back Sunday. We're doing Christmas on Saturday with her family. And then next weekend, we'll leave Friday again, and we'll celebrate with my family at my brother's house on Saturday with my family. So yeah, I'll be traveling and just enjoying seeing family. That's my favorite part of Christmas.
Yeah. And you'll get to see your sister and your uh nephews.
Yeah, my nephews and then my little her little newborn niece.
Yes, yes.
She's so cute. But yeah, I'll get to see them and then we're doing for my family, we're doing Italian theme because my mom doesn't she can only eat she calls it Thanksgiving food, but like ham and turkey and all that once a year, and she barely likes doing that. So like every Christmas we try to come up with a theme. Last year it was like bring your own like dish, whatever you want. It was the most weirdest foods, but it was good. And then so we're doing Italian this year, and we're gonna wear either you can do PJs or ugly sweater. And so me and my wife bought like onesies that have like gingerbread and snowman on them to wear. And then her family, they're just chill. She went to Bucky's and bought a Bucky onesie. As you could tell, that's she's all about Bucky's. And so I bought Bucky's PJ pants to wear. So we're gonna do pajama theme then too. But they are doing like a ham and I think a brisket. And I think we're in charge of macaroni and cheese. But yeah, it's just nice to see everybody. That's my favorite part, just being able to see everybody and just come together. What about you?
So fun. Well, one, I am totally on board with Buc-ee's. Um, And my husband and I have Bucky's Christmas shirts. Well, actually, I was on a trip with my best friend and we bought like both of our families all matching Christmas shirts without telling our husbands. And because we're just creepy that way. So that we can all match. And we have lots of Bucky's Christmas gear. We have cute little hats. I was not a Bucky's person until I first started dating Lewis, my now husband. And he was like, Bucky's, blah, 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 because he lived in Texas. And I was like, whatever. It's just so overrated. I get it. They have clean bathrooms. And he finally made me stop in one. And I was like, this is the most magical place I've ever been in. So
I know. And it's always packed. Like there's Tennessee got one, and it was the biggest one in Tennessee, and that's the one we went to. And then also we're from Georgia, so there's one, I think it's like in Calhoun or Cartersville, I don't know, somewhere up north. And we go to that one when we go to see our family. But Texas is now building a new one, and so it's gonna be the biggest Buc-ee's. But for a little while, Sevierville in Tennessee had the biggest one. And yeah, I was like you when my wife is all about it, I was like, this is so overrated. But then I went and I was like, wow, they offer so much stuff, it's crazy. And my dad's obsessed with little Bucky nut things, and he's like, if you stop by Bucky's, get me some of those. I'm like, okay.
I did that for my dad one Christmas. I just bought him like I forget where I was driving from Texas, but like bought him just like a bunch of like the Bucky's like snacks and stuff. And
Yeah.
I always buy myself a bunch of treats. And I just spend so much money every time I go there. It's a good thing they don't have one nearby.
You know they did Mardi Gras for Saint or for Louisiana, and I bought that cup because I was like, that is so cool because it was like black. It had like the football colors, and then like the symbol was in like green, gold, and it was another color, maybe red. And I got that cup, represent Louisiana. But I thought it
Yeah.
was so cool that they do that. And my wife has every cup they've ever probably came out with for holidays. And my sister's like, oh, because she was born on in March, so she's St. Patrick's baby. She was actually born on St. Patrick's, so she's like, if they come out with St. Patrick's Cup, get me that. And I'm like, Lord. And I got my little niece a dress, and it's like it says my first, I think New Year's or something. We got that like a couple of weeks ago when they had their Christmas stuff. We went and visited my family, but so she'll be in that. My sister's like, that is so cute. Make sure you get that for her. I was like, Lord, the princess.
And side note, Bucky's is not sponsoring this video, but hey.
Hey, yeah. Hey, Bucky's.
But back to answering your question, what am I doing? So we started off a little bit already. My husband and I this past weekend went to Natchez, Mississippi, which is like a cute little town in Mississippi, and that's where we got married, and that's actually where we
Oh,
got engaged at this Airbnb we loved there, and so it was kind of like the 2-year anniversary of our engagement. And so we went and just had like a really fun, relaxing weekend there. You know, it's a cute little town, so it's all decorated for Christmas. And they've got a big
Oh,
tree up in like the main square and stuff. So that was super nice. And it was like a good, like relaxing weekend. Like,
yeah.
I was telling Lewis because I was like, look, the name of the game for this weekend is like let's chill. Cause sometimes it is like you have to like get out of town to like actually relax. At least if
Yeah.
you're at home and you have no plans, it's like, well, maybe I should clean something, or maybe someone invites you somewhere, someone pops over, whatever. So that was amazing to kind of like refresh and refuel for heading into the holidays. Because we are, let's see, this Friday we have his office Christmas party, which is always stressful because I have to look cute. And it's like, oh, and like put on real clothes and things. But we usually have a fun time. And then we do, I'm like looking at my wall calendar if you see me glancing. We always do one night where we stay in, which we'll probably do this Saturday, where we like wrap the presents and we watch a whole bunch of Christmas movies and like drink hot chocolate and make Christmas cookies and stuff like that.
Oh.
So that'll be fun. This is our first Christmas with our little puppy, Mikey. He's asleep next to me. So we've got him some fun things coming from Santa Claus. And then let's see, Christmas Eve we always do with my husband's family. Thankfully, when we like got married or we're like joining families, all holiday stuff kind of like lined out just fine. Um,
Oh,
yeah, very convenient. So
yeah,
we do Christmas Eve with his family, and my parents come too, and they do like a big white elephant gift exchange.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited about the gifts that I got for White Elephant. Because it's always like funny stuff. Like it's like a $25 like limit and like everybody gets
Yeah.
like ridiculous stuff. So that will be fun. And I think this year for that we're doing like everybody just bring an appetizer. So I'll probably make hummus. I'm pretty good at making hummus, and
Oh,
his family
wow.
usually likes it. There was one time I made this one version of it that I can't recreate because, in full disclosure, I was a little tipsy when I made it. And I somehow just like put way too much garlic, and I think I accidentally put like chili powder in it instead of like cayenne or paprika. And it was like almost like southwestern tasting, and
Oh,
I
no.
was like mortified to bring it because I was like, "Oh dear." But then everybody loved it, and I'm like, I can't recreate this." So, but my normal hummus is still pretty good. We'll see. Maybe we just add extra roasted garlic and see what happens.
There you
Um,
go.
yeah. And then my family, my side of the family, we always do Christmas Day together, and we do kind of like a morning, mid-morning type gathering with all of my like aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff. And so we do my mom hosts it now. It used to always be my grandmother. Of course, my grandparents have passed now, but do that at my mom's house now. And it's fun. My parents have a really cool like back patio. So she like sets it up with like bars, and because we're true Southern Louisianians, we are drinking Christmas morning. And then we do breakfast food. We have a few things that we like always traditionally have done that like my mom and them always did as kids. It's like generational where we have grits and griots and why is this escaping me? It's like an egg casserole type thing that don't love, but everybody else does. And and we're all just kind of potlucking, bringing some other breakfast stuff. And then we do a gift exchange with my family, where this year we did it with Elfster. Ever
Oh,
heard of
wow. Yeah, that's like an app, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we did kind of like, swap the Secret Santa names with that. And that's a $50 limit. So we'll be exchanging those. So I'm excited to see who has me. My mom always likes to go look at everybody's list. And she was like, okay, I don't have you, but she's like, why do you have two different dog beds as an option? And I was like, well, I want to get Mikey a bigger dog bed. And this seemed like a good opportunity. And I was giving options. So
They're so funny. That's how my sister is. She'll put like four different things of the same item, and I'm like, but why? Like, and she's like, well, just in case, there's different, colors and stuff like that. I'm like, but why? Just put the what color they, like for my nephew stuff. I'm like, why don't you just put the color they like? She's like, well, just in case people have their own. I'm like, oh Lord, Jennifer, you're so
give
complicated.
options.
Yeah. Yeah, we do white elephant at my family's house too. And then my mother-in-law, she always buys for all of us. But she found this really cool thing on Facebook where it said like your older children, like give them stuff that they need, like a toilet paper, paper towels, laundry soaps. I think stuff like that. So she made a basket for each household. So I'm really excited for that. And I was like, that's the best gift I can think of. Like, because toilet paper and tissue and all that's expensive. So I was like, I appreciate laundry soap and stuff like that. And then with my family, and my brothers, we're doing like you guys are doing a white elephant. My wife done chose this big box of fugglers. I don't know if you've seen them little ugly creatures, but
Oh,
girl, when we get off, if you have not, look up fugglers. That's what they're called. And they're the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's like, if it wasn't wrapped, I would show you. And I would be like, look at this awful thing. They have them like miniature ones, big ones, but she bought a box and it's like four huge ones. And she's like, I really want that. And she was like, I hope like, cause like we'll do like where you pull in it, like you grab a gift and then like the next person could either steal your gift or they can keep theirs. She's talking about she wants to go last so she could steal the fugglers herself because she thinks they're cute. And I said, them things are not gonna stay in this house. I said, first off, they're scary. I said, they look crazy. I'm telling you, please look them up when we get off the
trying to
phone.
like see if I can show it.
Yeah, do you see how ugly them things are?
Yeah, it's like they could almost be cute, but then they've got like
No.
these creepy faces.
And they actually have teeth. They have
Yeah.
teeth. Like, who
Something
wants
about
that?
teeth makes it creepier. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm like, who wants that? Now, the gremlin one, okay, so they did the Christmas, they had like gremlin ones. And like from when we were kids, the show Gremlin. So the gremlin one is ugly, but I'm like, well, it is kind of cute. That's the cutest one I've seen. But the other ones, I'm like, these are the ugliest things in the world. And she was like, I like them. And I'm like, oh my God, these are so ugly. But you know what? Hey. But we try to do funny gifts too, so it's funny. Like so we get random crazy things. But yeah, I'm excited to, like I said, I care less about gifts. I'm all about like seeing families, but I am excited for I cannot wait whoever opens that gift first. And they're gonna be like, this is the ugliest. They're gonna be polite. I know my family. They're like, smile and I'm like
Yeah.
I'm be like, yeah, it's ugly. So because I think it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen, but it is what it is.
One of the gifts I got, so we got two, one for me, one for Lewis that we're bringing. And so one is like a funny like game. A lot of us give like board games and stuff. This is how I'll know if anyone on my husband's side of the family listens to the podcast. And it's like a game where it's like, I guess it's supposed to be like a human version of Barrel of Monkeys, basically. And you like
Mhm.
strap like a like curved like monkey's tail to you, and you have to try and like scoop up like using your hips, like things off the
That
ground.
is so funny.
And then the other thing, I so hope my father-in-law gets this because he'll just be like, it's a ginormous pair of like pink granny panties. And I say not tonight on. And yeah, there's no practical use for those. So but that's why I'm like, I really hope my father-in-law gets that because he will just not know what to do with himself.
He'll be like, "What?" Yeah, that's gonna be funny. Yeah, whoever gets that, that's gonna be an awesome gift. I did a cheery board. My wife was like, "You're so boring." I'm like, "It's cool though. Like you got the meat, the cheese, and it actually comes with, like this really cute wooden board, this really like nice knife." And I was like, "Okay, so we got a funny gift and a nicer gift." And she was like, "Who wants a charcuterie board?" I was like, "Just hush with your little ugly fuggler things. Just you picked up something, I picked up something. We're going
I
from there."
would much rather get a charcuterie board than a fuggler.
Yeah, thank you. Me too. Me too. I'm like, I might steal my own gift too. I feel you.
Y'all will both go home with your own gifts.
I know. Hey, I'll be satisfied.
The first white elephant we ever did when I went with Lewis's family, we had just started, we'd only been dating like 3 months, and I did Christmas with his family. And I was the only person that got stolen from. His older sister, Sarah, stole from me. And it was a game of Catan. And I had been so excited to get it. And then she stole it from me. And
Oh
so I
man.
like picked on her about it for forever. And so the next year, she gave it back to me. And
That
I've
is
still
so
never
funny.
played it.
That is so funny. Yeah, I think it's funny like when people steal and stuff. Like some people get so excited about their gift. Like my family's awful for that. Like they'll see somebody get excited and they're like, "Oh, I'll take that." And I'm like, "You don't even like that. Like why would you do that?" But we just crack up about it and just laugh because, like with us, there's so many kids, we just want to focus on the kids, but we do like you do like a $20-$25 limit. And then, for our nieces and nephews, we'll do about 50 to 75 and then go from there. But we use that app too, where it just spins and tells you what it is. So I think I like that app. I really think it's convenient.
Yeah, it is convenient. We
And it's
always like forget every year the rules. Y'all have to do that where you have to like rediscuss what the rules are for how you steal and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yes. And I'm like, we've been doing this for years, y'all. But yes, and sometimes I'll forget too. So I'm like, okay, I get it now. But like, it's really fun. And so I'm really excited. And my grandma, her health has been back and forth. And, a lot of the family, we don't really get to see her much. She lives with my parents, but a lot of p time she misses, like a lot of holidays she can't do. So I'm excited she's coming this year. She feels a little better and she's supposed to come. So hopefully my dad and mom will be able to bring her and they could stay a little bit longer. So that would be nice to have her there. But yeah, we're all excited. Like I think I'm making spaghetti for the kids. And then I'm making grilled chicken and then we're gonna do Alfredo pasta on the side. And I found this like really cool, like my brother's on a diet, so I'm trying to help like accommodate him as well. But there's this like low carb berry Greek bake thing. I don't even know what it is because it says you can cut it up in bars and either eat it cold or you can warm it up. And so I'm making that. And then for her family, like I said, we only have to do the macaroni and cheese. So I'm just going to get up early Saturday at my mom's, cook everything because we're going to go head to my brother's. He lives about 20 minutes from my mom. So and then we'll just make our macaroni Saturday at her parents' that morning. Cause I got the Stouffer, so I get the Stouffer's macaroni and cheese, and then I make it, and then I add shredded cheese to it, and mix it, and then I bake it for another 15 minutes, and then put shredded cheese on top. It is the creamiest and cheesiest macaroni. So everybody loves it. So I'm like, yeah, that's easy for us to make. Let's just do that.
Yeah, you talked about that before we did Thanksgiving, and I stole from you because that was what I did for making macaroni and cheese. Okay, I was too lazy to add the extra cheese, but I bought the Stouffer's mac and cheese and it was delicious.
It is. I mean, I think it's one of the best macaronis like you can get that's frozen. I mean, besides homemade, my sister-in-law, she like I think I talked about it on Thanksgiving. She gets like the Kraft like blue box elbow noodles, and she'll make macaroni and cheese, and it literally tastes. I don't know what she does. She won't tell nobody, but she's an amazing cook. Anyways, her collard greens are always really good. But her macaroni and cheese is out of this world. Like I don't even. I'm like that's literally from a box, but it really tastes like she's been like cooking it all day long. It's creamy, it's cheesy, it's amazing. So I love her macaroni, but I think she's doing collards this year. I'm not sure. I know she did them for Thanksgiving, and they were so delicious. And then after that, we just all kind of chill. Like we just all kind of just hang out, chit chat for a little while. And then I know Christmas Day, this will be the first Christmas that we're staying home because we usually do Christmas Eve with her family. But because everybody's got kids and stuff, it's kind of like my sister-in-law lives like 3 hours away. So for her to rush back home and, get everything together, it would, it's a lot of pressure on them. So they changed it to this week, coming up weekend. So Christmas Day is the actual day that we've actually will be the first time in like the 10 years we've been together that we'll be home. And so, my wife got me a $50 gift card to Longhorns and then bought us a gingerbread little train to make. And
Mm.
then, bought this game called Goats in a Row or something. I don't know what it is, but it's some crazy game. So we're gonna get our food that Christmas Eve and then just reheat it on Christmas night and then spend the day together and spend Christmas with our cats. They got Aldi beds for Christmas, the Aldi like Tempur-Pedic cat beds.
Yeah.
So we got him that, and me and my wife, we suck at presents. We've already given each other our Christmas gifts. We suck. Like every year, we're like, okay, we're not gonna do it again. We're not gonna do it again. Every year, I'm like, oh, just. look what you got. Like I get, I'm telling you, my whole family would have already had their gifts if it was up to me. Like we lived in the same state, they would already have all their gifts. I suck at like not giving gifts. Like I love to like give them their gifts. So my wife's like, she's like, no, I'm wrapping in it, and I think she even hid some from me. So I don't even know where
Yeah.
like all of them are. But yeah, so I'm excited for it. But um, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
My husband and I are not doing gifts this year, and I get because it's fertility journey. Well worth it. It's like we're bleeding money. Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
but he did surprise me because I went on a tangent, as I tend to do sometimes, about Williams Sonoma peppermint bark and how it's like the best thing ever. So he bought some
Mhm.
of that and surprised me with it. So we've been eating that. But it's like you scoundrel or trick me. It's totally worth it to have the peppermint bark. But yeah, we think we're gonna like at some point just like take each other out to dinner as like our like Christmas gift to each other. But it was like we don't really have anything we need or want. Like let's not buy each
Yeah.
other junk this year and we'll just, save some money and buy gifts for other people.
Yeah, that's how we are too. I totally get that. Because I mean like I'm like I buy you presents like all around the year. Like we
Yeah.
don't and we don't want for nothing. So I mean, and I like to read. Like I know she got me I'm reading I think her name's Frida something, but I know her book is called The Inmate. But she has a whole like a bunch of books and those are really good. I've read two of her books already, but she's a really good author I just got into. So my wife bought me the rest of her books. And so I'm going to be reading those because I try to make a goal every year to read 12 books. I met it this year. So I'm like, okay, I got these books for next year. So I can try to make, one book a month I try to do. So I'm excited, just like I said, really to spend time with family. And I'm excited to spend like quality time with her on Christmas because we don't really get a lot of, quality time. I mean, we get time together, but we're always busy, whether it's working or, everyday stress. So, um, I'm excited just to spend quality time with her. So that'd be nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be really nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think that mostly wraps us up. I hope you have the best Christmas, Jesse.
I hope you do too. I hope you do too. And you'll have to let me know who got the panties.
Yeah, I will let you know who gets the panties. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah.
But we wish all of our listeners happy holidays, however you choose to celebrate them or not celebrate them, because that's
Yeah.
also totally fine as well. And just a reminder, please reach out to 988 anytime you need to talk.
Yes, we will be here.
All right, and let's do our sign off, Jesse. You ready for this?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, it's been Real Talk with Jesse and Sherrod. No
No
filters,
filters,
no
no
fluff,
fluff,
just real
just
talk.
real talk. Perfect.